Guys, this is your boy CG Fix back at it with another video. We're going to be replacing the alternator on this 2007 Honda Odyssey. We're not going to get too much into the whole intro and everything. We're just going to get right to it today because it's a really bad day. Real beautiful lake over there, by the way. I'm going to get right to it just because time is money and time is rain, and let's just get this done. I'll show you how the tools, everything you need, so you don't got to pay a local mechanic. Let's start up this job. The tools that I use for this job, you don't need to use all of them, but I kind of use this as a breaker bar. I use an extension for, you'll see it during the video. This W1 helps a lot. Just extra ratchets, always better. I use this tool because it helped me to do a lot. 10 millimeter, 12 millimeter, a 14, a 3/4, and then I believe there's another 10 right here. And then whatever these are called, clampers, whatever. So that's all I use for this job. Literally, that's all I use. You don't need no power tools. And then some manpower. Let's go, baby. The thing you want to do is go ahead and take your battery terminal off. I like to take both of them out, but for now, we'll take the positive one out. Usually just take the negative, but that'll be fine. Obviously, open the hood. You're gonna want to take this cover off. Basically, the alternator is literally right there, right where I'm gonna point with the flashlight, right there. What you want to do is remove these two right here off the cover here. So this is basically just a cover. You're just gonna twist, put the flathead in there and just twist, and then this should just come right out. There should be two clips right here, but they're broken. Oh, you can see they're all broken. So there's one there, one there, one there, and one there. So move that out of the way, set it down. We're gonna start by removing these two bolts right here for the power steering pump. We're gonna go ahead and take the reservoir out the way. Possibly take this line out the way. We're trying to move basically everything out the way so we can have the more access we have if we move some of the stuff out the way. So again, we're gonna move this bolt, and they're 10 millimeter bolts. Same thing with this one, 10 millimeter bolt right there. And let's do that first, and then we'll keep going. I'm gonna use a ratchet with a 10 millimeter, but I have this cool, that has 10, 13, 8, and 9. So I'm just gonna use this tool right here, which is perfect. It works for stuff like this. For the reservoir here on the power steering pump, you just want to lift up and then remove out the way. And then we're gonna go and tackle these bolts right here. And I'm gonna make a fast time lapse on some of this stuff, just so you won't get bored and kind of just get the job done. You take those bolts out, you can see this little bracket just kind of goes off to the side. I'm gonna leave it just like that, so the bolts go right on it, on that bracket. And let's go ahead and tackle this one right here. Let's take that out. Taking this bolt out, you can't really remove the whole reservoir just because there's another bolt in the bottom. But just so you don't have to do all that, I kind of just took it out so I can have more kind of room to play with once I take the alternator out. Because once I get to the alternator, it's going to be a puzzle trying to get it out. So it's not going to be the same for everybody. It's going to come out differently the way it comes out. It's just a puzzle. You just have to figure it out. But I'll show you the way I do it, and hopefully it works for you the same way. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and take this snap ring, I think it's called. I'm going to take this out with a plier. It is going to leak a little bit, so if you want to go ahead and put a little bit of some rag or something here just so it won't leak everywhere, I'm going to do that in a second. Remove that and kind of just place this to the side just to remove it, because we have to also take the belt off the car. So let's do that right now. You're going to take some pliers or any type of tool like this, and then just kind of trying to record at the same time and do this. But all right, you go like that, push it back, and then sometimes this gets stuck in there, so you want to just kind of clamp this down and kind of just wiggle it a little bit just to get it loose. Let's see if I got that enough loose. All right, just like that. As you can see, it leaked. Recording this video, I totally forgot to put a rag there, so I'm gonna clean that up with a brake cleaner. I'm not too worried about it, but I am gonna clean up with a rag a little bit and brake cleaner. So I just totally forgot recording this video. But yeah, put a rag there. I did with that line, I kind of just wedged it in there just to get it out the way. I still gotta clean that, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. And again, guys, look, this is my workspace, I definitely want to get something bigger. I want to get a bigger truck where I can lay out, compressors and stuff and more tools. So, appreciate it if you give a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss another video. All right, let's keep on with this video. So what I'm going to do is remove this bolt right here from this bracket just so I can have more play on the line. That's also going to be a 10 millimeter bolt. Mostly all these are all 10. All these bolts kind of Honda, usually uses all 10. So 10 will be your best friend, and I'll be losing 10s every day, all day. They'll be falling, and I never find them again. So just keep removing this right here. I gotta get, I definitely want to get a GoPro in the future. I want to get a GoPro I can put it like on my chest or in my head, so I don't have to hold the phone while I'm doing the, you know, the video. But it is what it is. We gotta work with what we got. But your boy CG Fix will definitely save you a few bucks if you like working on cars as much as I do. Definitely invest in some tools, and you won't have. It will save you a lot of headache if you have better tools. You know. Jesus, this thing is pretty tight in there. Just keep going with the ratchet till it gets weirdly loose. Oh, just like that. Let's try not to lose this bolt, and just kind of put it right here. You kind of want to separate them when you put your bolts and kind of remember, you know, where they go. So I just kind of separate them in a order where I remember. For everybody's different. But then you can see I have more play here. I can move this around. I can bend it a little bit if I have to. Possibly this line too. I'm gonna probably have to get it out of there and bend it this way. You know, we'll get there once we start taking the alternator out. All right. So next, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go for this bolt right over here. Right there, right there. That bolt is a 10mm bolt. I'm gonna take it off. It's basically like the bolt that holds the bracket for all this wiring here. So the wire that goes here, and then the wire that goes to the alternator itself down there. So I'm gonna take the flashlight out. You probably see it better. There you go. So let's take that 10mm bolt out and keep on going. This is the configuration that I'm using. You don't have to use a long, really long one, but it makes it easier for me. So a ratchet, extension, and a 10mm socket. I got a deep socket down there, and we're just gonna keep on going and take this bolt out. We gotta take the wiring off. As you can see, you're gonna lift this cover up real quick. I believe that's a 12. There's a 12mm. I'll double check in a second. And then there's another wire over here. And then if you follow it up, you'll see this little clip kind of thing right there. You want to put a fly head or kind of just pushes over, you know, and then kind of lift up. So right there, so you can see now you have more room to play with. And we're gonna go ahead and remove that bolt, like I said, that 12mm, and then we'll try to get that one over there if we can now. If not, I'll take it out after I remove the belt and then the 2 bolts, I believe 2 or 3 bolts that hold the alternator in. After all that, you're gonna go ahead and go for the tensioner. Trying to get a good angle for you guys here. I'm trying to get a good angle here for you guys. Hold on, get the flashlight. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna try to point at it. So that's the tensioner right there. There's a little nub to it next to it, which is right here. I'm trying to see if I can get the camera in there. Hold on. All right, let's see. All right, so you see that little nub right there? That is gonna be 17. No, I'm mistaken. I'm using a 3/4 socket to loosen the tensioner for the belt. So I'm gonna show you the configuration I'm using here. So I'm using a long ratchet that extends. You might need a breaker bar, or you could actually use the jack, if you have the jack pole, to use it as leverage, because you're gonna want to pull, you want to go that way with it to loosen the tension for the belt. So I'm gonna try to get an angle for this. I'm gonna record it somehow, put the phone down somewhere, and see if I can show you guys. So again, this is my configuration right here. I'm gonna go ahead and push this way with it forward. And I'm gonna try to record this somehow. Let me see, let me put the phone down for a second, hold on. And as you can see, you kind of push the belt to the side. That should lose the tension. And as you can see, the belt is kind of almost off. I'm trying to record at the same time, but I can't. I'm trying. Everything that I like to do so the whole belt doesn't come out of, like, you know, how it goes. I kind of just take a bungee cord and then, you know, put it around there and then just kind of hold it up in place. So hopefully when I take the belt off here, it doesn't come out from the bottom. And if it does, then you're just gonna have to learn how the diagram is. You can look it up online or anything. Actually, look, the diagram, no, that's the timing belt, never mind. Oh yeah, so you look it up online. But let me head and take the belt off the alternator. And then after that, we're just gonna go ahead and tackle these bolts, which I said I was gonna do that earlier, but I didn't. So I'm gonna do that now. For that top bolt right there, that 12mm, it's gonna use a little construction here. So I'm gonna use a little ratchet with extension and a 12, and it fits right in there perfectly. Well, you can see, let's take that off. And you should be able to take it out by hand now, hopefully, or with the socket. However it makes it easier. However it makes your life easier, honestly. Alright, let me take this out and I'll come right back. you want to do is, you see this cable right over here? That's the plug that goes actually to the alternator. So we're gonna go ahead and move this rubber out the way. Let me focus real quick. And then you push down on the top of the connector there, and it just slides right out. This is the connector right here. So that's the connections out the way. And now we're gonna go ahead and tackle the 2 bolts that hold in the alternator, which is this one, I believe. Yep, and then the other one in the bottom, it's really deep in there. I will show you in a second. Hold on. This setup, I'm gonna use this extension with a 12 for the top bolt of the alternator. I wish I can get the camera on there for you guys. Let me see. So that bolt right there, you see on top of the alternator, and then the other one is right underneath. I'm trying to see if I can get the camera there right. I'm trying to get the camera right. The other one's right underneath. I'll show it to you once I take it out. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just use this contraction right here, this setup, and then remove it, the top bolt. Right, so you can see once it's loosened up, you can go ahead and just do it by hand. And there goes the 12. Fell down the ground. But it's already pretty loose, so I can do it by hand. And that's your 12. And make sure you put it somewhere where you're gonna remember that one's the top bolt, one's the bottom, because some of them are longer, some of them are bigger, but some of them are the same. But just to be safe, put it somewhere you're gonna remember. And let's go ahead and tackle the bottom bolt. After that, we should just maneuver somehow the alternator out. It's never going to be the same for anybody. It's always going to be different. It's going to be a hassle trying to take it out because all this stuff is in the way. And I'm not taking out the AC line just to remove the alternator, because then I can mess up potentially his AC. So let's go ahead and get this bottom bolt out. And then after that, it should be ready to just kind of remove. So the bottom bolt, I'm removing it just like this. I took that little snubby ratchet I got with an extension, and it's a 14mm for the bottom bolt. After you got it loose, you wanna take the extension off. That's kind of just to break the nut loose. And the reason why I say that is because if you have the extension, the ratchet is gonna get stuck on the wall here. So I use a little stubby one I got, ratchet with a 14mm. Just kind of work it and take it out. No power tools needed. As you can see, you can do all this without power tools. Once it's loose, you can go ahead and just kind of take it off with your fingers. And that's the bottom bolt. And we're gonna go ahead and place it right here. So top bolt, bottom bolt. And then as you can see, it's loose. There's the alternator right here. As you can see, it's all loose. Now we're just gonna play around with it and kind of just puzzle it out of here. So again, this is gonna be different for everybody. For me, I'm gonna show you how I kind of removed it, because I don't even know where I'm gonna put the camera to do this. There's no space down there, and I don't got a GoPro, so I guess you just have to figure it out by your own, honestly. You're gonna have to just maneuver it, flip it upside down, you know, do all this to go and take it out. So I'll show it to you once it's out. If your AC doesn't work, or you don't care to lose Freon and refill it, I did remove the AC line because it made my life so much easier just to get it out the way. And as you can see, look, all this play I got here now. I can play with it, I can take it off, but it was being you could take it out with the line on. It's just gonna be a hassle, and since the customer told me he didn't have AC, I'm like, all right, well, drain it. We're not do a service on that anyways. Took the line out from here, the 10mm bolt, and then now I have all this room to kind of just take it right out. If not, you're gonna be struggling all day trying to take it out if that line is there. So that's how you remove your alternator. I kind of couldn't show you how to remove it. It's just kind of a puzzle it out, move everything out the way. And again, I took this line out, like I said earlier. It made it way easier to take it out. This is a new alternator. Basically, everything's just reverse order. The most hardest part is just removing the alternator, because it's just different for everybody. You know, it's not really a specific way to take it out. So I hope you learned anything in this video. Make sure you guys like, subscribe. Make sure you guys hit the notification bell so you won't miss another video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.